Sup y'all, Anthony back with another video. The topic of today's video is going to be, does every idea and every philosophy deserve the same credence and respect given to any other? The simple answer to that is, it depends on the idea. The most obvious thing would be, if an idea is harmful or hurtful or hateful, no, it simply does not deserve the respect. It does not deserve the time of day. It honestly probably wouldn't deserve anything more than baseline ridicule. By those, I mean the ideas that, somehow being gay is a sin, or that women are lesser than men. Those are hurtful ideas, and they do not deserve respect. Ideas like the fact that Muslims excuse the Prophet Muhammad for pedophilia because it was a product of the time does not deserve respect, and I'm sorry, it just don't. Aside from harmful and hateful ideas like those I quickly just went through, not every idea is created equally. It just isn't. Not every worldview is created equally, and not every philosophy is created equally. Some are just plain lazy, some are just plain wrong. Some do deserve high levels of respect, but that's when you get into deeper notions of philosophy and actual philosophy. One thing that's on my mind about this is something like flat earthers or young earth creationists. I lump them together because they have the same kind of moronic nonsense about them. Young earth creationists deny almost every piece of science that flies in the face of their beliefs, and that's usually taken from a literalist reading of the Bible and the fact that Earth is only supposedly 6,000 years old. But again, this flies in the face of every single piece of scientific evidence to the contrary, from geography to human civilization, the theory of evolution. It literally is an asinine, moronic, untenable position to hold unless you completely deny science and reality. Sorry, it's just that way. There's no nice way to put this, and quite honestly, young earth creationists is low-hanging fruit. By that I mean, most people that even get into serious Christian apologetics don't even take young earth creationists seriously. And unfortunately, I live right down the street from Ken Ham's Creation Museum, so I deal with this kind of stuff every single day. I actually drive past the damn thing on my way to and from work every day. And I just had me thinking, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the individual person, but the entire, I guess, religion of young earth creationism is just intellectually vapid. There is nothing philosophically or scientifically sound about it. I mean, YECs, seriously, go talk to a serious Christian philosopher, a serious theologian, a serious apologist, and see just how much you disagree. Yeah, you'll get the core things in saying Jesus, your Lord and Savior, blah blah blah. It's all the same stick right there. But when you deny science, you are actually hurting your position. Atheists like myself today are more science-minded than we've ever been. In fact, most fifth graders nowadays know more about the sciences and physical reality than folks that lived 100 years ago did. It's just the nature of educational evolution. And yes, education itself evolves too. It gets better every single year, it seems. So, when you make these cases like that the Earth is only 6,000 years old, that dinosaurs lived with man, I'm looking at you, Ken Hovind. You just make yourself look like an idiot, and then you try to tout these things like creation today, answer in Genesis as some kind of peer review process when it's really not. There is absolutely zero scientific basis to back up your claims. I'm sorry, and again, this is low-hanging fruit, and this is going to be the only topic I ever make about, the only video I ever make about this topic, because young Earth creationist is just too simple to refute. It's laughably bad. I mean, we have civil, for instance, they posit that the Earth is 6,000 years old, but the pyramids are older than that. I mean, we have trees older than that. Civilizations that never seem to have noticed the flood of Noah, you know. And then you get all the logistical nonsense about animals from Antarctica and Australia, and it becomes hilariously bad the more you dig into it. I would suggest these folks stop trying to engage with atheists, stop calling us evolutionists, because that wording is just stupid on its own. But if you want to try and engage with atheists, read the actual Christian philosophy, read actual Christian apologetics, talk about those topics. Science is not your strong suit, and it will get you laughed at every single time. So if you really want to try to convert atheists or, win more believers over, stick to philosophy. Try to understand apologetics, because science just ain't doing it for y'all. And yeah, I'm calling out pretty much any big name creationists: Ken and Eric Hovind, Ken Ham, Bodie Hodge, Ray Comfort, any of you. If you ever want to debate, hit me up on my channel. I can promise you that, much like Bill Nye did to Ken Ham, it ain't gonna be pretty. I can also promise you I won't get as irate as people like Aaron Ra, as much as I love him. I promise you I won't get irate about that either. But seriously, guys, stop talking about science. It doesn't work for you, and you make yourself look like complete jackwagons. Please, stick to theology, stick to philosophy, stick to apologetics. And again, I'm not even saying much about this, because I could go in the fact that we have a literal mountain of evidence for evolution. We have a literal mountain of geographical evidence to show that the Earth is way older than 6,000 years old. You honestly have to be as dense as a black hole not to recognize this. You have to be as dense as a damn black hole not to be able to understand that when you talk science as a young Earth creationist, you're just as idiotic as those that believe the Earth is flat. And no, I will never debate a flat earther, because they are the biggest idiots on the planet, but just thought I'd shout that out here. Anyway, to conclude this, so no, not all views and not all philosophies are created the same. They're really just not. And again, this is going to be the only time in a video I ever speak about young Earth creationists, because it just isn't worth the time, energy, or effort to talk about them. Because the ideas are intellectually vapid. Now, I will engage with any young Earth creationists, but I'm not going to make videos about it, and I'm not going to do an entire series of back and forth or response videos like some of my atheist friends that are sulking around YouTube. I'm just not. Because again, this is low-hanging fruit, and atheists, stop engaging with these folks. It just makes you look silly. It makes you look bad that you continuously attack these folks. If you're gonna engage with them, try to engage on theology. Try to engage on apologetics. Try to engage on philosophy. Stop trying to talk science with these folks because they don't seem to be capable of understanding science. They don't seem to be capable of any rigorous discourse on the sciences, and they're going to just tell you that you're evaluating the evidence wrong. So it's one of those things where it's better if the two sides just stop talking to each other. Alright, well, that's all I got. I hope y'all continue to have a good one. Peace out.